I'm live. Oh, I'm live. Yeah, go and join the live session. I'll send it. I have rock coverage to be doing. Your video is on. Yes, it's on. Just let me go back. Okay, now I think I can see the chat box now. So anybody that wants to put anything on the chat. Thank you, sir. I can see Monkwala there. I appreciate you, sir. I'm just waiting for more guys, for more people to come. So we are starting now. Anybody that comes that send me their question, I started one previously, but that one does not have like a chat box where people can drop their questions. So because that one I selected made for kids. So but this one is for adults. Anybody can join on this one. So anybody can put their people can put their questions on the chat box. Anybody that have any question can put it on the chat box. If you have Penny, leave my camera. So if anybody that have students that in their family that needs some assignment help with their assignment, they can join the live stream so that I can put them through with any question or any assignment they need with any topic they need help with. So we're going to start with anybody that drop any question, then I'll start and then I will just share my whiteboard and start solving on my whiteboard. So let me just welcome everyone. You are welcome to the first live session of Mr. Prince Maths and Science class. So, and I hope that today is going to be a great time. We are going to have a great time and we are going to be learning different things. Okay. I want people to keep dropping questions. Keep dropping questions. I want people to drop. I want to see so many kids. I want to see many teenagers here too. I want to see students from grade 1 to 12, even the children in kindergarten, they can join the live session if they can find anything exciting from the session. Because I believe that there's none of us that is too old to learn, and there's nobody that is too young to learn something new. So it's going to be a live session for self-help, for like people struggling with their assignments, for students preparing for tests. 'Cause I know some students in grade 11 and 12 they are preparing for tests in this January. Some already written some tests already, and some will still write some tests by the end of the semester. So I'm just doing it so that the students can get better, and it's free. Once you pop in with your question, I'll answer it for free. You don't need to pay. Just come with your questions and pay attention while I'm doing the explanation. So I would like to see more people. Anybody, if you're in the live stream, you can just say hi to me on the chat box. Just say hi to me in the chat box. Say hi to the chat box so that we can see who is coming in. Okay. Yes. I can see Uncle Ola saying hi. I would love to see young people here. I would love to see young people here. I know learning does not have an age barrier, but I would love to see a lot of young people say hi in the group chat. I would love to see people dropping their questions. Mm, okay, okay. Let me share my whiteboard. So let me share mm, let me share my screen so that people can see my whiteboard. I will share screen. Mm, so this is my screen. I hope everyone is seeing my screen. I hope everyone is seeing my screen. Yes. Uh, okay. So we still have four people there. We still have four people in. We still have four people in. So maybe I should just pick one random topic. Let me pick one random topic on subject of formula. I'm going to pick a random topic on subject of formula and I'm going to share my whiteboard. Subject of formula. So we are going to be doing subject of formula. And subject of formula is where we'll be given different type of equations. For example, let me start with y equals to 2x squared plus m. Okay, and in this case, let's say let's make x subject of formula. So we'll make x subject of formula, and whenever you are given an equation like this, and you are asked to make one letter subject of formula, that means they want that letter to be on the left hand side, just like the position where y is. We want to put x there, and we want to do the manipulation in a very correct way. Okay, so we have y equals to 2x squared plus m. Y equals 2x squared plus m. So if for example, we can take we can take 2x squared to the other side, okay? We can make it y, and when we are taking 2x squared to the other side, it become minus. So it become y minus 2x squared is equals to m. Y minus 2x squared equals m. Okay? So now that we have y minus 2x squared equals m, then this y, because we only want x to be on the left hand side, we can take y to the other side, to the right hand side. So we have minus 2x squared is equals to m minus y. Okay, m minus y. So now we can divide through by minus 2. So when we divide through by minus 2, if we divide through by minus 2, that will be x squared is equals to m divided by minus 2 minus y divided by minus 2. Okay, and if we do minus y divided by minus 2, this minus will cross out each other, that will become positive. So that will be x squared is equals to y over 2 minus m over 2. Okay, but we said we wanted to make x the subject of formula, not x squared. Okay, so and I know if anybody that is familiar with laws of logarithm, we know that whenever we are trying to take out this the square on a letter term like this, we have to find the square root. Okay, for example, now we know that root a squared is equals to a by laws of logarithm, because this square we cancel the square root, so that will be a. Now I would let me use a number so that we look more realistic. So if we try to use a number, then now we have let's use 3. Okay, so 3 squared. So we are trying to say that the square root of 3 squared is equals to 3. And okay, now we know that 3 squared is 3 times 3, right? So we'll do the square root of 3 times 3. The square root of 3 times 3 is 9, so that's square root of 9. So the square root of 9 will be 3. Okay, so therefore in this case we can say that x squared, that we are going to square root both sides. Square root both sides. Okay, so when we square root both sides, we can just put y minus m over 2. It's still the same thing as y over 2 minus m over 2. So when we square root both sides, this one we cancel the x, like I said earlier. So it will be x is equals to square root of y minus m over 2. So that's it. So this is going to be the final answer. Okay. And let me go back to the chat. Let me see if we have any question in the chat. Let me see. Okay, we only have 5 people here. So let me see if I can do another example. Let me go back to my whiteboard. So now, for example, if I'm going to do another one that is this is the formula in simple harmonic motion, so that we have t is equals to 2 pi square root of L over G. Okay, t equals 2 pi square root L over G, and then we have to make L the subject of formula. Okay, we have to make the L subject of formula. So in this case, we can see that L over G is inside the square root. So what do? We square both sides so that we can cancel out the square root, so that it makes it much easier for us to be able to bring out L. Okay, so now let's say we square both sides. So when we square both sides, that will be t squared is equals to 2 pi all squared, okay, and square root of L over G squared. Okay, so now we have 2 squared. So now let's open this square with 2 pi. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then we have pi square. Okay, and then this square we cancel the square root, just like you saw from the previous example I did already. So that will be L over G. Okay, so now we have t squared. I want to write it like this: t squared is equals to 4 pi square L over G. So now what I'll do, let's cross multiply. So we cross multiply, that will be gt squared is equals to 4 pi square L. Okay, 4 pi square L. So when we make L solid of formula, that will be L will be equals to gt squared over 4 pi squared. So this will be the answer. And the reason why the answer came about like this is, for example, let's say we have 2x equals 10, okay, and we have to find the square root of x. We know that x will be equals to 10 divided by 2, which will give us 5. That's the same principle that applies here. The terms and the numbers that are beside the term that we're looking for subject of formula will become the denominator by the time we are getting the final answer. So that's it for that question. Okay, so let me go let me see. I want to see questions on the live chat. I thought I would be seeing a lot of people right now here, but hopefully I know more people will join us as we keep going. So okay, let me see. Let me go. So okay. Okay, let me stop sharing for a minute. Let me stop sharing for a minute. Let me stop sharing. Let me see. Let me see what other topic I can talk about. Mm, okay. Okay. I want to do. I want to do kinematics. Okay. Let's do some kinematics too. Let's do some topics in physics. So go and join. Go and join. Let's do some topics in physics. So let's do um kinematics. So for the kinematics, we'll be doing motion in one dimension, motion in one dimension, motion in one dimension. And the formulas that we're going to be using will be V is equals to U plus AT. Okay, and V is final velocity. Don't touch my phone. Final velocity. This is the initial velocity. Okay, this is acceleration. This is time. Okay, so another one is V squared is equals to U squared plus 2AS. This is final velocity, this is initial velocity, this is acceleration, this is displacement. Okay. And we have another one, S is equals to UT plus 1 over 2 AT squared. Okay, S is equals to UT plus 1 over AT squared. This one is displacement, this is initial velocity, this is time. Okay, this is acceleration, this is time. And we have one more. That's S is equals to V plus U over 2 times T. Okay, S equals V plus U. Like I said, so in this case, let me put it. S is displacement. I want to write it very neat so that we can see it clearly. Okay. V is final velocity. U is initial velocity. A is acceleration. Okay. And T is time. Okay. So, for example, now, if we are given that an object is moving at an initial velocity of 5 meters per second, okay, and then it accelerated at a pace of 2 meters per second squared. Okay, it says it gets to its final destination within 60 seconds. Okay, so now it's asking what is its final velocity. Okay, so in this case we are given initial velocity, which is U, which is 5 meters per second. We are given the acceleration 2 meters per second squared. We are given the time to be 60 seconds. Okay, and then we are asked to find V. We are asked to find the initial velocity. So we have U, A, T, and V. So now in this case, the formula we use is V is equals to U plus AT. This is the formula we use. That's the very first formula in kinematics. Okay, this one right here. So when we do V is equals to U plus AT, so V will be equals to the initial velocity is 5 plus 2 times 60. Okay, so that will be 5 plus 2 times 60. 2 times 60 is 120. Okay, so 5 plus 120 is 125. So the final velocity will be 125 meters per second. Okay, so that's it for that question. That's just one simple example I just did right now. Okay, so let me see. Oh, wait, let me share my screen again. Thank you, sir. Let me see if I can share the screen again. The entire screen. Okay. So, sir, please can you see my screen now? Sir, please let me know in the chat box if you can see my screen now. If you can see my whiteboard. Can you check? I'm sharing the whiteboard now. Yeah. Let me see. Let me go back to the chat box. Let me see. If, okay, I think somebody said yes. They can see the whiteboard now. Oh. Yes. Let me go back to this whiteboard. So you should be able to see it now. Yeah. Okay. So That's it for that question. So now let me do another example again. So for example, we say um um a car starts with an initial velocity a car starts velocity with an initial velocity of 7 meters per second, okay, and it decelerates it decelerates to a speed of 3 meters per second, okay. It says the time it takes to decelerate is 2.5 minutes, okay. It says find the displacement, okay. So it says find the displacement. So in this case, we are given initial velocity of 7 meters per second. It decelerates to a speed of 3 meters per second. That is going to be the final velocity. So that will be v is equals to 3 meters per second. The time it takes is to decelerate is 2.5 minutes, okay. And then the displacement is s. We are asked to find s, okay. So now when we look at these parameters that we are given and the parameter we are asked to look for, the formula that suits this question is s is equals to v plus u over 2 times t. If you check that, I think that was about the third or fourth formula I put when that was the last formula I put when I was trying to explain kinematics in one dimension. So this is the formula we are going to be using. And we are given the time in 2.5 minutes. We know that 60 seconds is equals to 1 minute. So if 60 seconds is equals to 1 minute, now we are going to do 60 times 2.5. Okay. So 60 times 2.5. So 60 times 2.5 will give us about 150. So that'll be 150 seconds. Okay. 150 seconds. So now if we have to find the displacement, that will be s is equals to v plus u over 2 times t. That will be v is 3, u is 7 over 2 times 150 seconds. Okay. So sometimes I like to take out the SI unit and I'll put the SI unit when I'm done with all my calculation. So so we do 3 plus 7 is 10. So that's 10 over 2 times 150. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we have 5 times 150. And I believe 5 times 15 is 75. Then we put 0 at the back, that will be 750. So that will be 750 meters. Okay. So that means the displacement from the car decelerating from 7 meters per second to 3 meters per second will be 750 meters. It decelerates for a distance of 750 meters. Okay. So let me see who on the live stream. Okay. Okay. So okay, let me go back to my whiteboard again. Okay. So that's another aspect. So I'm going to do another one where we can use this formula s is equals to v squared is equal oh no s is equals v squared is equals to u squared plus 2as. So for example, an hockey puck, that's like the small stuff that they use to play hockey. An hockey puck was at a constant velocity was at rest. Let me use was at rest. Was at rest. Let's say he was just sitting on his own until it was kicked. Until it was hit, sorry. Until it was hit by one of the players. Until it was hit by one of the players with an but it was hit by one as it was hit by one of the players with an acceleration of 5 meters per second squared and moved at a velocity of 8 meters per second. So now we are going to find the distance moved. Okay. So in this case, we say that the hockey puck was at rest. So if it was at rest, that means that was the initial velocity was zero. It was just it was sitting on a spot. So nothing was moving it. It was not moving. It was just at a spot. So I would say u is equals to 0 meters per second. And then it has an acceleration of 5 meters per second squared as a equals to 5 meters per second squared. And then it was moved at a velocity of 8 meters per second. So the final velocity v is 8 meters per second. Okay, so we are asked to find the displacement, the distance moved, that's s. So we don't know s. So the formula that binds all these parameters together is v squared is equals to u squared plus 2as. V squared is equals to u squared plus 2as. Okay, so we do v squared equals to u squared plus 2as. That will be now let me try to use make a subject of formula. So now I explained subject of formula at the very beginning. So now I'm going to use subject of formula in this case and to get before we get our final answer. So now let's make a subject of formula so that we can take these two to the other side. So we can make it v squared minus u squared is equals to 2as. Okay, so we can now say v squared minus u squared divided by 2a is equals to s. So when you flip it around, because it's an equal sign, the s can still be on the left hand side. So it's still s equals to v squared minus u squared over 2a. Okay, so v squared is 8 squared and minus 0 squared over 2 times 5. So 8 squared is 64. Okay, that's 8 times 8, 64. And 2 times 5 is 10. So in this case, the answer will be s is equals to 6.4 meters. Okay, so that's it for that question. That's it for that question right there. So let me go back to the chat. Let me see if anybody have any question in the chat. And if anybody, if you feel like you don't understand what I'm saying or what I'm explaining, you can just put it on the chat box to say, okay, can I go back to explain this concept? Okay. So let's see if we can do. Let's see. I'm about to let me open exercises worksheet on subject of formula. I want to do more examples on subject of formula worksheet on subject of formula worksheet on subject of formula. Oh, this one is too small. Let me see. Let me see. This one is not wide enough. Okay, I think I like this one. This one is very clear. Okay. So I'm going to do some of these questions here. I'm going to share my whiteboard very soon. Okay. Let me go back to the whiteboard. So we'll do more examples on subject of formula. I hope we can all see my whiteboard. If you can't see it, just let me know in the group chat so that I'll be able to go back and share my screen. Okay, so more examples on subject of formula. So, for example, one example is T is equals to Q minus A. This one is pretty easy. So we have to make A the subject of formula. Okay. So we have to make A subject of formula. So we can bring this Q to the other side. So that will be T minus Q equals minus A, sorry. Okay. So we want to cross out the minus one. So what we can do is to remove the minus, we can divide through by minus one. Okay, if we divide through by minus one, so that will be t. That will be t divided by minus one minus q divided by minus one equals to minus a divided by minus one. I just want to write it out that way. I don't have to write it this way, but I don't want it to look like magic. So we do t divided by minus one is minus t. Okay, this minus will cancel this one. Minus q divided by minus one is plus q. And minus a divided by minus 1 is a. So that will be a is equals to q minus t. Okay, so we'll make a subject of formula a is equals q minus t. So another another example, number 2, we have t into m minus a over e equals to f, and we have to make a the subject of the formula. So in this case, if I were you, I will cross multiply. You cross multiply. So t into m minus a is equals to ef. So now I will use t to open this something. Let me use t to expand. Okay. So we have tm minus ta is equals to ef. Okay, tm minus ta equals to ef. Okay. So we can do we can make it we can take tm to the other side. Okay, so that'll be minus ta is equals to ef minus tm. Okay, so what we can do is that we can use minus 1, just like I did. We can divide through by minus 1 to get rid of the minus in front of ta, so that we can make a sort of formula very easy. So if we divide through by minus 1, divide through by minus 1, that will be ta or at, whatever order you write it is correct, is equals to minus ef plus tm. Okay, when you divide through by minus 1, and we can do so. The final answer we should get is a is equals to we can, I like to put the positive before the negative, so we can write a is equals to tm minus ef divided by t. Okay, so this will be the final answer. This is it. This is how we make a subject of formula. Let me go back. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me see the chat box. Let me see what's going on in the chat box. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I'm coming. Okay. I think some people are still at work. That's why we don't have so much turnover rate. But maybe next time I will have to get hold of the people that are on the in the teenagers department. Maybe because I know Those guys in high school, they need help with the assignments. So like, let me go back and let me continue to do more examples. So another example we'll do is number 3. It will be h over a equals to n over m. H over a equals to n over m. And we'll make a subject of formula. So we cross multiply. So it will be hm is equals to an. Okay. So this one is pretty easy because this one just cross multiply. And once you cross multiply, you already know if we have 2x is equals to 5, you know that x is will be equals to 5 over 2. That's the same case we have here. So that will be a will be equals to hm over n. So that will be the answer for that one. That's the answer for that for number 3. Okay. So let's go do number 4. I want to try something more advanced. So we have ax plus b, okay, is equals to the square root of d, and we have to make x the subject of formula. Okay, so we have square root here, so we have square root on both sides, so it looks like both of them are boxed. So for us to set them free, that's the term I used. For us to set them free, we have to square both sides to cancel out the square root on both sides. Okay, so we have to square both sides. Square both sides. So when we square both sides, we have ax plus b is equals to d. Okay, so when you square both sides like this square we cancel the square root, this square we cancel the square root. Okay, so it doesn't look like magic. So we have ax plus b equals d. Okay, so now we have ax is equals to, we take b to the other side, equals to d minus b. All right, so if we want to make s the solid of formula, so x will be equals to d minus b over a. All right, so that will be the answer for this one. It will be x is equals to d minus b over a. So that's it for that question. All right, so number 5 we have number 5 we have Mom is not sleeping. So number 5 is we have y minus n is equals to y plus 2 over n. Okay, and we have to make y subject of formula. I know we can see y on both sides, so it kind of looks tricky. So but let's cross multiply first. Let's cross multiply first. Okay, so n into y minus n is equals to y plus 2. So that will be yn minus n squared is equals to y plus 2. Okay. So now let's collect the like terms. And when I mean collect the like terms, I want us to collect the terms that contain y. So it will be yn minus y is equals to 2. Then let's take it on to the other side. 2 plus n squared. Okay. So we know that y is common here. So it will be y into, if we use y to divide both sides, that will be y into n minus 1 is equals to 2 plus n squared. Okay. So when we want to, the final answer we get is y will be equals to 2 plus n squared divided by n minus 1. So that's it for that question. That's it for that question. Okay. So let me try one that is quite interesting. So now let me try the formula for gravitational force. Fg equals to g m1 m2 r squared. Okay, so let's make m1 subject of formula. So we'll make m1 subject of formula. So we have to make m1 subject of formula. First of all, we do is cross multiply. So one thing that you need to do when you're finding subject of formula is that whenever you are given an equal sign between when you're given an equal sign between two different terms that look like fraction, what you do is you cross multiply. It makes it easier for you. So we have fg r squared is equals to gm1 m2. Okay, so if we have gm1 m2, so m1 is, this one is pretty easy now. So this is m1 is equals to fg r squared gm2. Okay, so that will be the answer for this one. That will be the answer for that question. Let me see who are on the live chat. Let me see if there's anybody on the comment section. So let me just type on the comment section. Let me see. So I want people to put their question in the chat box. Chat box. If you're understanding what I'm explaining so far, you can give a thumbs up. You can like it. You can also share the live stream to other people to join. You know, the live stream is not just for a particular group of people. It's for people to learn. This is a learning channel. Okay. So let me go back to my whiteboard, and I want to give some cheat code on some formulas that some physics students in grade 12 and grade 11 need to know. I want to give a cheat sheet of formula like they can use for like tests and exams. So first of all, we'll start with speed and velocity. So so now let me put some cheat sheet down. So now for kinematics, motion. For kinematics, for speed, for velocity, we have v is equals to displacement over time. Okay, change in d, that's displacement. And then another one is acceleration. Okay, and acceleration is equals to vf minus vi over t. Vf minus vi over t. Now let me put some equations on motion. So that we have vf is equals to vi plus at. Vf equals vi plus at. We have change in d is equals to vit plus 1 over 2 at squared. This is part of the same formula I gave. I drew it as s equals to ut plus 1 over 2 at squared. So we have v squared f is equals to vi squared plus 2a, change in d, displacement, initial velocity, final velocity. And we have change in d is equals to 1 over 2 vi plus vf, okay, times t. Another formula that we need to know is efficiency. And the formula for efficiency is outward energy divided by energy that is put in times 100%. So this is the formula for efficiency. Okay. So another topic that is very important in physics is waves and sounds. Waves and sound. So wave speed. The speed of wave. The formula is v is equals to frequency times lambda. This is called wavelength. Okay, and the SI unit for wavelength is lambda. Okay, another one is frequency. Okay, and the frequency is F is equals to 1 over T. Frequency is F equals 1 over T. So these are the formulas these are important formulas you need to know for waves and sound. There are more formulas, but these are one of the basics ones that you need to know. So another is optics. Another topic in physics is optics. It's a very important topic in physics, optics. And one formula is index of fraction. Index of refraction, sorry. Or you can call it refractive index. So that will be N is equals to C over V. N equals C over V. Another one is Snell's law. Snell's law. And Snell's law is N1 sine theta 1 is equals to N2 sine theta 2. Okay, that's the formula for Snell's law. Snell's law is very important. Okay. And there's like things you need to know is gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. That's G is equals to 9.8 meters per second square. And this is always constant in whatever question or equation you're using. G is always equals 9.8 meters per second squared. Okay. And there are times you might have to use quadratic formula too. Quadratic formula. I'm gonna write out quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. And also I uploaded a video today on set. I uploaded a video on set today. I dropped it it was uploaded this afternoon. So you can go check out that video on set. I believe that video is important for students in grade 10 and 11. It's a very interesting video. So I have not gone far into set, but I kind of did like the basics of sets, the intersection, the union set, like elements in a set, subset, all those stuff, universal set. So if you can go on my YouTube channel, you'll see the video. I dropped it right there. You see it. So and I want to give a quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is S is equals to, so for example, when we're given a quadratic equation like ax squared plus bx plus c is equals 0. Okay. So this is the case. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. And we have to find x through quadratic formula. X will be equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is important. This is an important formula that math students need to know. The quadratic formula is very important. Okay. So let me go to the live chat. Let me see what's popping in the live chat. Let's pop on. Let me see. Are you looking? Are you seeing it? You're not seeing it. You're looking at another thing. Okay. So another thing is
why are there so many of you?
Is that how you showing there?
Yes, I'm sure.
What is that? I think it's because I'm sharing my entire screen. Okay.
It's gonna show you the live stream.
Can you see my whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see me on the video?
Hmm?
Can you see my face in the video in the camera?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So another one is another topic that we need to know is dynamics forces, dynamics in physics, dynamics forces. Okay, we know that the net force is equals to mass times acceleration ma, and fg is equals to mg. This is mass, this is acceleration due to gravity, so we can call it weight. Okay. Another one is frictional force. Frictional force. Okay. So this is the formula for frictional force. Okay. Another one, we have the static force. Static force. And this is the formula for static force. Okay. And then we have um kinetic. This is it. This is the formula. Okay. And the formula for the force on a spring. This is kind of similar to Hooke's law too. F spring is equals to minus kx. Oh no, this is a constant. This is displacement x. And the gravitational force, just like the formula I did, where we try to find subject of formula for m1. It will be Fg is equals to G m1 m2 over r squared. Okay, this is gravity. Okay. Another topic that is important in physics is momentum and impulse. Momentum and impulse. Okay. So momentum and impulse. We have momentum is equals to mass times velocity. Okay, and the change in momentum is the net force times time. So that's it. That's it for that one. Another important topic in physics is work, energy, and power. Work, energy, and power. Work is equals to force times distance, and the work is equals to change in energy. Okay, and we have kinetic force is equals to 1 over 2 mv squared. We have potential force is equals to mass times acceleration due to gravity times height. Okay, and then we have power. The formula for power is work done over time. Work done over time. Okay, so those are important formulas that you need to know if you are like grade 1, grade 12, and you are taking physics. Those are very important formulas that students need to know. Okay, so I'm just go back to live session and see what's going on. Okay, all right. Yeah, I appreciate Monkola for joining. And this is very um it's very inspiring to see people supporting you. Okay, I don't know. I see at RIP underscore Scalu. I don't know if you are still on the chat, but if you you can shout out your name to me if you are somebody I know, you can shout out your name to me on the chat box. You know, rest in peace on the at RIP underscore Scalu. That's you can just say hi on the chat and just tell me your name so I'll know who is that. Yeah. So let me go back to let me see. Let me go back to my whiteboard. Let me go back to the whiteboard. So now, because I'm not going to be doing anything that is so far fetched. So like another thing I'm going to be doing is we are going to be doing um I want us to find the subject of formula for A in x equals to. So now I want us to find the subject of formula of A in a quadratic formula. So like I said, the quadratic formula is S is equals to minus B plus or minus sorry plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, okay, divided by 2a. X is equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, okay. So we have to make a subject of formula. So for example, let's use this one. X is equals to minus b plus. Let's leave the minus alone. B squared minus 4ac over 2a, and we have to find a. Okay. So what we are going to do is that we are going to square both sides so that we can take out the square root, because we see say it's boxed in a square root. Square both sides. So when we square both sides, it will be s squared is equals to minus b squared plus b squared minus 4ac over, if you square this one, that will be 4a squared. Okay. So that will be s squared is equals to minus b times minus b is b squared plus b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. And you will collect the like terms. So s squared, b squared plus b squared is equals to 2b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Okay. So let's cross multiply. So we have x times 4a squared is 4a squared x squared, okay, is equals to 2b squared minus 4ac, okay. So let's go, we can combine these two together. If we combine these two together, we have 4a squared s squared plus 4ac is equals to 2b squared, okay. And let's make a the common term here, because it's a we are trying to make subject of formula. So that will be a into 4a s squared plus 4c. We are using a to divide both sides now. To divide this one and divide this is equals to 2b squared. So now a, so we are going to have a is equals to 2b squared over 4a 4ax squared plus 4c. Normally the a is this a is supposed to be crossed out on this side here, okay, but we kind of leave it there for now. We'll just leave it there for now. We'll leave it there for now. Okay, so we just only have two people on the live chat, so we are going to be stopping here for today. We are going to, let me stop sharing my screen. So that will be it for this today's live session. And for those who were able to join, I hope they were able to learn something new. I hope they were able to add more to their knowledge. And I hope they were able to refresh some things they learned before, but maybe they probably forgotten. But now they're able to refresh their memory again and learn back what they learned about 20, 30 years ago. So I really appreciate our time. I really appreciate the people who joined. I appreciate Uncle Ola. Big shout out to Uncle Ola. Big ups to you, sir. Um, at RIP underscore Scalu, big ups to you. I appreciate you for joining the live session. And this will be the end of our class for our class for today. And I hope we check out other videos on my channel. Make sure we check out other videos. I have about 23 different videos on the channel on different topics in maths. I don't have like a specified order, so I just pick it randomly from topics from syllabus from grade 1 to 12. So I pick it randomly. So and I hope that we are able to. And I have another live session. There will be another live session on Wednesday. Another is going to be from 5 to 6. So normally today live session was supposed to be from 5 to 6:30. So we have another live session on Wednesday from 5 to 6, and I believe that one will be much better. That one will be much interesting. So I also dropped a video today on set. So I'm going to be dropping another video on Tuesday on Wednesday afternoon. So make sure you go check that out. And I hope you liked today's session. Make sure you share this share my videos. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I love you guys. Bye. Peace out.